Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. You know how there are just some scents that make a house feel like a home? For me, it's the bright, zesty aroma of fresh lemon, butter, and sugar hitting the warmth of the oven. Today we're making a classic, a lemon drizzle loaf. It's incredibly moist, perfectly tangy, and it has that signature, crunchy, citrusy glaze that everyone fights over. This recipe is a keeper. Let's get started. First, we're going to grate the zest from 3 lemons or 2 lemons and an orange. This recipe is great if you have all lemons, but if you happen to have an orange, the flecks of orange zest look really nice and also taste really nice in this cake. So the first thing we're going to do is grate the zest from these 2 lemons and an orange. And now for the orange. Same thing, just grate it on the bright orange part and keep turning it over in your hand. You don't want any of that bitter white part. There's our 2 lemons and an orange all zested. Set this zest to one side and then you can cut your lemons and oranges in half and squeeze them to make half a cup of lemon juice. The juice of 2 lemons and half an orange were just enough to make half a cup of juice, but save this other half of orange because that's going to be the juice that we use to make our glaze for the top of this drizzle loaf. Now you're going to want to grab a little mixing bowl and we're going to put our lemon juice in this mixing bowl. And I've grabbed a little strainer because I think some lemon seeds may have made their way into the juice when I was squeezing it. So I'm just going to strain this just to be sure. And yes, there are 4 seeds in here, so it's a good thing I strained it. And now we can take this beautiful lemon and orange zest that we grated and scrape that into the bowl. Try to get all of it because that has such a gorgeous flavor. And then we're going to mix in 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 1 cup of plain yogurt. And this is going to add such a nice tang and moisture to our lemon loaf. And now give everything a good mix. And you may want to switch over to a whisk just to make sure everything is nicely combined. There, now we can set this to one side and work on our egg and oil mixture. So I have 4 large eggs. Break your eggs into a little bowl. And then we're going to pour 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. You can also use regular vegetable oil or canola oil, but olive oil lends a really nice richness to the flavor of this cake, and it also imparts a lot of nutritional benefits. Olive oil is so good for you. 1.5 cups of plain white sugar, and just whisk that oil and sugar together just until it's nicely combined. And that olive oil has a lovely color, and that will enhance the lemony color of our finished loaf. So next you can just pour in your eggs and just whisk them in to combine them with the sugar and olive oil. Once that's all nicely mixed together, you can set this aside as well. Now we can work on our dry ingredients. In this bowl, I've measured out 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to whisk in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That's going to give our loaf a nice lift. And I also have 1 teaspoon of salt. And usually I don't add a whole lot of salt to my baked goods, but that's because I usually use salted butter. And this loaf doesn't have any butter at all. It just has olive oil as its fat component. So we need to boost the flavor a little bit. So here I have 1 teaspoon of just regular table salt. And now you can go ahead and whisk those together. Now we can finally put our loaf together. So I have my yogurt and lemon juice mixture in this bowl. And I'm just going to take half of my flour mixture and fold it into the yogurt and lemon juice. That looks like half. Start folding that in. And then I want to add all of my olive oil, egg, and sugar mixture into this flour, yogurt, and lemon juice. And just start folding that in as well. You can switch to a whisk if that helps you. And now add your remaining half of flour. And you're whisking with more of a folding motion at this point, bringing everything up from the bottom and just stirring it together until it's well combined. So there's our batter. You don't want to overmix it. At this point it might look a little lumpy, but that is okay. So now we're going to pour this batter into our pan and bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. Might take a little longer, but I like to check things early so that there's no risk of over baking. So into the pan. So there's our batter in the pan, and I'll just take off these little clips that I've had holding back the parchment paper. Into the oven, and we'll check back at the 35 to 40 minute mark, see how we're coming along. Our lemon loaf is nearing the finish line, and it smells so good in here. Like I said, there is nothing like the smell of lemon and sugar and butter. In this case we're using olive oil, but the principle is the same. And once it starts baking in that warm oven, it just fills your kitchen with the most heavenly scent. So let's check on this loaf and see how it's doing. And look at that. So gorgeous. And you can use a toothpick. I have used a toothpick. I've also been using my favorite way to test cakes and breads and things for doneness, and that's one of these little instant read thermometers. So go ahead and stick this into the thickest part of the loaf, and it comes out clean. So that's one really good sign that the loaf is done. But I'm just going to stick it in here and leave it for a few seconds, and it should come up to between 190 and 200 Fahrenheit. And that's your indication that it really is well and truly done. And anything over that, you're running the risk of having a dried out cake. So if it gets over the 200, 205 mark, you're really risking the cake not being as lovely as it could be. And this is right on the money at 200 Fahrenheit, so I think we are done. So now that our loaf is done, I'm just going to leave it in this pan to cool. And while it cools, we can go ahead and whisk up our lovely citrusy glaze for over the top. So the glaze for our lemon loaf is super simple to make. I have about a half a cup of icing sugar in this bowl. I haven't measured it, I just eyeballed it. And I'm just going to stir in just enough lemon juice or orange juice to make a nice runny icing. So take a half a lemon or a half an orange, whatever you have left over from the juice portion of the cake, and just squeeze that into your icing sugar and start stirring that together. And you may have to add a little bit more juice, and if it's too runny, you might have to add a little bit more icing sugar. I think this needs a little bit more juice. And that looks perfect. So now while this loaf is still nice and warm from the oven, it's actually still nice and hot from the oven, I'm going to take that same temperature probe. You can use a skewer if you want, but I'm just going to poke a few holes in the top of the cake. Doesn't have to be a lot, just half a dozen here and there. And this is going to allow that beautiful glaze to sink into the loaf. Just start gently spooning this over the top. And the heat from the loaf is going to help this glaze to melt and sink in to our beautiful lemon loaf. And now you can let this lemon loaf cool in the pan for about 15 minutes, and then you want to lift it out of the pan and put it on a cooling rack and let it cool completely for about an hour, and then you can cut into it and see what it tastes like. Our lemon drizzle loaf is nicely cooled, and look at that beautiful, crunchy, sugary glaze. I'm using a serrated knife for this. I think that's the easiest for getting through that nice crackly top. Just start with gentle sawing motions. Beautiful. I can't wait to get into this. The smell is heavenly. Beautiful and moist inside. And I just know that's going to taste lovely. So moist and beautiful. And I can't get over that aroma, but let's see what it tastes like too. Break off a little bit of the glazed top. That's the best part. That tastes like sunshine. What a beautiful lemon loaf. It's so moist and squishy. Perfectly baked. The texture is beautiful. And you can just barely taste that little hint of olive oil. There's a very nice grassy green undertone coming up behind the flavor of that bright lemon zest. It really is a scrumptious loaf. Time to boil the kettle and have a nice cup of tea with this. That would be perfect. And this is the sort of loaf that will keep very well wrapped up in the fridge for a couple of days. I don't think this is going to last very long in our house, but this is a lovely loaf if you're having friends in for coffee, or you just want a nice little easy to make cake that can sit on the counter or in the fridge, and it'll stay moist for days because of the olive oil. This is scrumptious, and if you like other things that are flavored with lemon or citrus, you might want to check out my video for orange cardamom pull-apart bread. I made that recently around Easter time, and we just love that. And if you haven't seen that recipe, I think you'll like it too if you love this sort of flavor profile. So I'll put a link up here or up here, not sure where I'm pointing, but anyway, I'll put a link here. Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me in my kitchen. I love to bake. I love to bake with you. I love to share what I'm baking with the people I care about. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Bye for now.